So, with the launch of New World being right around the corner, I wanted to make a video on how to level up fast in New World, based on my own experiences on the closed and open beta, where I tested out multiple different leveling strategies and quality of life upgrades, as well as different classes or weapon sets, to figure out which ones are the best to level up. And the differences are massive. I'm not even kidding when I say that the choice of weapons can speed up your leveling process by 100% by itself, regardless of player skill, and then add other strategies on top of that. Someone who has done a bit of research on leveling will probably level up 3 or 4 times faster than someone who goes in blind. So without further ado, let's get some of the best leveling strategies and tips and tricks that I have picked up on that will save you hours of downtime during leveling and should speed up your leveling process significantly, regardless of whether you're a hardcore player or casual player. Number 1. Craft rank 1 potions as soon as possible. This can be done by instantly going to the closest river closest to wherever you spawn in the world. If you haven't played New World or you haven't watched any videos or streams on New World, when you start your journey you will be thrown into 1 out of 4 different spawn locations, and my biggest recommendation in the entire game, especially early game, is to get yourself to a river nearby as soon as possible. One side note is that you might want to finish up your actual starter zone first, then head towards a river while on your way to the next town. While you are running towards that river, gather a couple of flints and at least 4 pieces of green wood by gathering bushes. At the river itself you can harvest bulrush plants, which will give you bulrush comb. By gathering bulrush combs as well as buckets of water, which can be gathered by clicking E while in the river itself, you can create rank 1 potions. Once you have obtained the amount of bulrush cobs that you want, get as many buckets of water, then craft your campfire, which can be created by default by clicking Y. This can be done at the river itself, then click the campfire, click E, use the materials to build it, click it again, then craft your potions. These potions will allow you to pull more mobs in each pull, while leveling, as well as minimize your downtime between pulls, allowing you to keep going and chain pull. Less downtime means more active time spent killing mobs, which will save you a lot of time while leveling, and will speed up your leveling process significantly. Next up, weapons are better. Some weapons are better than others, though every weapon is still viable. For example, the life staff provides a lot of DPS even though it is technically a healer weapon, and for casters, you will generally level faster with the life staff than a fire staff. Fire staff can however be great for AoE farming later in the game, but you can easily switch later on. The hatchet is also really good as well as the bow. The hatchet has a special ability called Berserk, which you can get access to the second you start your hatchet mastery, and this ability will let you enter Berserk mode for 15 seconds, which increases your damage by 20% for 15 seconds. This ability has a 15-second cooldown, which triggers after the effect is over, meaning you can pretty much have a 50% uptime on this ability. Once you obtain some more points into the hatchet mastery, on the 3rd row you actually have something called Berserking Refresh, and choosing this will allow you to gain a portion of your health back every 5 seconds to a maximum of 30% health while Berserk is active, basically healing you. On the 2nd row, Berserk mode will also increase your movement speed by 20%, meaning you can use this to move from A to B faster as well. You can also combine 2 different weapon types, meaning that you could theoretically combine using both the hatchet and the life staff, but you also have to consider that your primary stats, such as strength, agility, intellect and focus, and in this case those 2 weapons, would conflict in the stats, as you would want agility or strength for the hatchet, and intellect or focus for the staff. That being said, the great axe and bows are also really good options as secondary weapons for hatchet mains. Now next up, gather fast travel points throughout the world. These can be used to teleport yourself closer to questing areas, which will save you several minutes, 5 to 10 minutes depending on, or per teleport, depending on the distance, and these will be super helpful over your leveling journey, and they are still incredibly helpful at max level as well, so here you're helping yourself level faster, and you are doing yourself a favor for the end game. These fast travel points can actually be identified on the map without going there first, meaning you can use the map right now to identify exactly where these are prior to the launch itself, so you can head right to some of your closest fast travel points and collect them, so you can start using them. These fast travel points look like the shrines on the map itself, and it's always in the same shape on the map itself, so look for one large rock and one small rock set up in a triangular shape like this one right here, and it's always going to be a fast travel point. Next up, this is a really quick one, but focus on the main story and high level quests, but also do faction quests whenever you are halted in the main story. As you level up and do pretty much anything in a zone, you gain standing with that zone, and every time you level up your standing you can choose a perk. While I would usually suggest going for the extra standing gain or faction reputation, if you want to level as fast as possible, you can opt to go for the experience gain, and at the launch of New World that might actually be a viable strategy to get ahead of the pack. Next up, using a leveling party will allow you to absolutely demolish any mobs required for your quests, and will allow you to complete the quests insanely fast. The negative side of this is that you will get less experience from the mobs themselves, but you will also complete the quests much faster and much easier, and so you might want to consider finding yourself someone to level up with. Next up, if you want to take it one step further, you could also use a leveling guide, and for that purpose I have teamed up with New World Hub, who has created a browser-based guide for leveling in New World that is custom made for each of the starting zones, and will help you level up by telling you exactly what to do, which quests to pick up, where to go, and so on, making your leveling process go a lot more smoothly. I will be honest and say that does take the mystery out of the game, and considering this is a new MMO, some of you might want to keep that mystery and figure things out for yourself, but since this is a speed leveling video, I thought it's worth mentioning. You will find our link to New World Hub's leveling guide in the description down below, and by using the code Solheim you get $5 off your purchase. That is pretty much it for today though. Those are some tips and tricks that pretty much everyone can take advantage of to level up faster, and they will make a huge difference. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, please consider dropping a like and a sub. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again very soon.